never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight marked the commencement of the new phase of the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League season. I know you enjoyed, same as I also enjoyed. My biggest talking points and analysis of the match will be from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where Ghana's two biggest stars, the workaholic midfielder Thomas Partey and the star boy Mohammed Kudus, this time around, they returned with different clubs. Partey returned with Villareal, the Yellow Submarine, and the star boy Mohammed Kudus also returned with Tottenham Hotspur, the Lily White. Highly contested game, and let's check out the extensive details of the match at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Looking at the aura around Tottenham Hotspur's team, same as their performances so far in the EPL, a lot of people anticipated that it was going to be an easy game for Tottenham Hotspur against Villareal. But it didn't happen that way, though at the end of the full total, they won by a goal to nil, but it wasn't easy for Tottenham Hotspur. They scored the goal at the early parts of the match, and it was even a holler through the goalkeeper in the post for Villareal, Luis Jr. on the 4th minute. But just after that goal, I tell you, and I know you all had a full glare of the match, it became tougher for Tottenham Hotspurs against Villareal. And I wasn't impressed with the tactical formation of the head coach, Frank Thomas, this time around, coming in with a 4-1-4-1 formation with Richarlison leading attack, Mohammed Kudus operating from the right side of attack, Xavi Simon from the left side of attack, Papi Matasar and Lucas Bergvall operating in between Kudus and Xavi Simon, with Rodrigo Bentancur behind them. I wasn't impressed, though he maneuvered his way right after the first half to the end of the game. But a lot of things happened in the game. And let's talk about the players of our interest in the game. Talking of the star boy Mohammed Kudus and the workaholic midfielder Thomas Partey. Always we are talking about Kudus, people are not impressed. A lot of people are talking, why always Kudus? But if you're having the technical point of view after assessment of Kudus matches, you can testify that what a player he is on the field of play for his club side, Tottenham Hotspur tonight against Villareal. And let's talk about the point that I laid out per my assessment. Talking of the first point is his dribbling in terms of his 1v1 against Renato Vega and Sergi Cardona at the left side of defense for Villareal. It wasn't easy. They needed to come in and talk to themselves that, hey, this is a player they are always talking about from the right side of attack for Tottenham Hotspur. So we should be very careful. And just after whatever they have to discuss, Kudus dominated and overpassed them with the kind of tactics and dribbling skills that he had on the field of play for Tottenham Hotspur tonight against Villareal. Now, let's talk about Mohammed Kudus' unpredictability on the field of play in terms of changing positions. Right after the first departments of the game, even in the first department of the game, 45 minutes, around the 15th to the 16th minutes, I saw that Mohammed Kudus moved from the right wings to the left wings, but he didn't keep that long at that position. He just left to the right wing of attack. Second half, we saw Mohammed Kudus dominating right from the right wings of attack and also moving into the attacking midfield of attack. He did whatever he can. And Kudus Mohammed is a player who I do cherish on the field because he's a footballer that a lot of people are talking about. In as much as a lot of people are talking about the star boy Mohammed Kudus, he is still learning and developing as a player. He's not complacent as people used to talk about Mohammed Kudus this time around. He feels like this is the right time for him to be a team player, giving out passes, giving out consistent crosses for his teammates to utilize and create opportunities out of them. But at the end, you can see that Richarlison is not being prolific, same as other players, Xavi Simon and others, all operating without being prolific. If they were to be prolific tonight for Tottenham Hotspur, at least they would have gone home with either 2 or 3 goals against Villareal, though Villareal was unfortunate against Tottenham Hotspur tonight. And that was it from Mohammed Kudus' performance. And looking at Mohammed Kudus, looking at his ball retention, one of the things that we should also praise him and applaud him in terms of keeping ball possession. He's a player who can move on with the ball, keep it for maybe 30 seconds before releasing. But in as much as he is releasing the ball, he knows where exactly the ball is going. And these are some of the things that day in and day out in Mohammed Kudus' football career, he is improving on. Now let's talk about Thomas Partey's performance tonight against Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. When he came on the touchline to be subbed on for Villareal, a lot of boo came from Tottenham Hotspur's fan on Partey.
Substitution of Villareal, replacing number 14, Saint Commissar.
And you all know in regards with his rape charges and everything that they are using against Thomas Partey, he came in on the 75th minute. Still, a lot of booing were on Thomas Partey, and still he showed that kind of experience and authority on the field with that work rate. He showed that energy, that skills, that rhythm, that effort on the field for Villareal. But they were very unfortunate against Tottenham Hotspur. And with the statistics, let's check out Kudus Mohammed's statistics and Thomas Partey 15 minutes statistics and performance for Villareal against Tottenham Hotspur. Mohammed Kudus, as a right winger tonight, played the full total 90 minutes with no goal, no assists. Kudus Mohammed, 0 shots on target, 0 shots off target with 1 shot blocked. He attempted 5 dribbles. 2 were successful. He had 59 touches. 37 out of 47 were accurate passes, representing 86% from SofaSoccer score. They gave Mohammed Kudus rating of 7.5 out of 10.0. Now let's talk about his compatriots. Thomas Partey. Partey came in with 12 to 15 minutes. No goal, no assist with 9 touches. Partey gave 6 out of 9 passing accuracy, representing 67% with 1 key pass. Partey, via SofaSoccer score, they gave him the rating of 6.5 out of 10.0. And that was that from Thomas Partey's tonight's game for Villareal against Tottenham Hotspur. Still in the camp of the workaholic midfielder, Thomas Partey, this is a big news about him that I have to communicate with you. Partey is set to face trial at the Old Bailey courts to clear his name or deny all the charges being put on him. As you all know, Partey is facing 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. Early July 2025, there was a communique that Partey has committed all these things in the form of charge. On the 7th of August 2025, Partey went to the Westminster Magistrates Court to deny all those charges, and it was being scheduled for another court on the 5th of September 2025, but they adjourned the case to the Old Bailey Magistrates Courts. And from there, this is the right time for Thomas Partey on the 17th of September to go and deny the charges again, that he's not guilty of all the accusations and the charges placed on him in terms of 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. It's quite difficult for Partey in this time because just some few hours after tonight's game will be his court case in order to clear his name or deny all those charges. So this is a big news coming in from the camp of Thomas Partey as to whether he will be there in person or he will not be there in person. I will just keep you updated with all the latest that will transpire from his court proceedings. And that is that from the camp of Thomas Partey. In my next updates, I'll come out with the performances of other Black Stars players. Iñaki Williams and other players played in the UEFA Champions League. But this was a time to just supposed to know the performances of the workaholic midfielder Thomas Partey and the star boy Mohammed Kudus. Just leave your decent comments in the comment box for special shoutouts. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share to other social media platforms. Let's meet in the next one. It's bye for now.